It is my great pleasure to welcome you here this evening for the launch of the ERC project, Labour Politics and the European Union's new economic governance regime. The ERC funding obtained by Roland is a singular achievement. It is only one of two such grants obtained by members of the College of Business in the past 2 years.
Roland has been extremely successful in bringing in funding both from domestic but also from international agencies over the last several years. And amongst the most competitive and prestigious of funding awards out there are the Consolidator Awards from the European Research Council. Roland is the first ever academic based in a business school in Ireland to actually be awarded funding under this scheme. Now, I and my colleagues in the school look forward to seeing this project roll out over the next number of years. And I look forward to seeing the multiple research outputs from it and also the important policy outputs which would result from this research.
The starting point is the crisis in 2011 or the response of the European Union to the crisis. Commissioner Barroso talked at UI in Florence in 2010. It's time for a silent revolution. And the silent revolution came to happen by the adoption of 6 new EU laws in 2011, the so-called six-pack on new economic governance. Until that time, people thought by creating a market, by creating a monetary union, you would automatically have convergence of the economies. But the euro crisis showed very clearly that the opposite was the case. We have seen more and more macroeconomic imbalances, more and more tensions. And for that reason, European leaders thought we have to change the mode of integration from so-called horizontal integration, I mean market building, to a more vertical type of integration where European institutions will be telling people what to do. And what will change, especially in the area of social policy and industrial relations, so the areas where I'm concerned and where I'm working. And the starting point of this project was, it will lead to politicization. This vertical integration make European interventions much more visible.
It's obviously a pleasure to be here and to honor one of my own students. It's always a pleasure to see how well students do, particularly, I might add, at the European University Institute, where they come from a variety of places. This is a project which is not just original and interesting. And I know something about that because I used to be on the selection committee for these grants. I think what Roland is trying to do is something that I'm not sure. He himself said it's risky. Namely, I think he's trying to revive the entire field of labor politics. I thought it had disappeared along with the so-called left-right political continuum and the famous median voter, which were staples of political science, and now nobody pays much attention to those standard items. So, it's a heroic effort. Moreover, Roland does something which is even more risky, and that is to say, he transposes from the national to the European level, precisely at a moment when exactly the opposite is occurring. All you have to do is look at the results of the last few elections, and you can see it's not a time in which many people are trying to transpose this process of political politicization from its, as Roland puts it, its national boxes into a box that we don't even know exactly what it is. It's not only a significant project, it's heroic, it's risky, okay? And I think that's one of the nicest features of this politics. I'm very anxious to find out what happens from your team, and I hope we stay in touch. But as I say, I like the idea of a risky project, and I want to just say that to win one of these ERC grants is one of the most difficult competitions you can do as an academic.